certain cars that ooze charm and appeal. The Mazda2 is one of those vehicles, and despite it being on the market for a while, it has recently been updated. So today, we want to find out what has changed with this little hatchback. In terms of physical changes, the most noticeable is the front grille. This is the top of the range spec, so we've got this blacked out grille design, and we've also got these 16-inch alloy wheels, black side mirrors, and we've got a carbon-like design roof. I don't think it's carbon, but it looks like carbon, and I guess that's what matters most. The interior of the Mazda2 remains largely unchanged, and the materials used appear to be good too. However, harsh plastics are apparent. Thankfully, they are redeemed by the velour-style lower dashboard and door trimmings. The infotainment system is where you see the Mazda's age. It looks great until you try to touch it, and then remember that this car uses a rotary dial to navigate the system. The good news is, the rest of the cabin is very nice. Seats are comfortable, but bear in mind that the 2 is a small car, so if you have many tall friends, tell them to meet you out instead. This individual model does come with niceties such as reverse camera and even head-up display. Rear luggage room is also decent for a car its size, but at 250 litres, don't expect to be the preferred friend on a moving day, which is a good thing if you ask me. It's been many years since I've driven a Mazda2, and the vehicle still feels as good as I remember it to be. There's a premium firmness you feel in this car, and that is a good thing, because small hatchbacks can tend to feel quite light behind the wheel, and in this car, that is not the case. Despite its small proportions, this Mazda2 doesn't feel flimsy on the road whatsoever. Instead, it feels quite purposeful, while still retaining a measure of comfort for the driver and the occupants. All derivatives of the Mazda2 come powered with a 1.5-litre normally aspirated 4-cylinder engine, which produces 85 kilowatts and 148 newton meters. Now, considering those power figures, you would think that this little Mazda would be sluggish, especially because this car is using an automatic gearbox. The engine and gearbox combination work very well together, and as a result, you've got a car that delivers its power in a very linear fashion. Even when you need to overtake, you don't feel like you need more power in this little Mazda. In terms of fuel consumption, Mazda claims a figure of 6 litres per 100 kilometers as an average. And can you believe it? That is the exact same figure that I am seeing now on the instrument cluster. Overall, spending time in the facelifted Mazda2 has reminded me just how good this little vehicle is. And we need to remember, this is not a new car. In fact, it's been around for over 8 years now. But it's amazing that a vehicle that is 8 years old and has gone through 2 facelifts can still hold its own within the segment. Being the top-of-the-range individual variant, this specific model will cost you just under 400,000 Rand. But the good news is, the range as a whole starts at just over 300,000 Rand, which to me is quite good, because if you think about it, the bottom-of-the-range Mazda2 will cost you similar money to a Polo Vivo. Personally, I think Mazda South Africa needs to do more work in terms of marketing this car, because with so many options available out there, it's easy to forget gems like this. But if you do happen to buy yourself one of these cars, I'm sure you won't regret it.